Hello, this is Spartan Commander, and this is the 930th Rome Total War Brotherhood game that I've put onto YouTube. And what a great battle I've got for you today. Straight away you'll see this is fought on one of our new custom maps. This map is called Brennan's Rock. Okay, and you can see the rock there. I don't know why it's called Brennan's Rock, but that's the name of the map. You can see on this map you've got big open spaces with undulating ground if you want to fight there. But if you notice here, can you see the higher ground here that the enemy team 2 can set up on there? Give them the high ground advantages there. And any way that you attack this high ground, you've got to go uphill there. As you can see, there's no kind of easy route to attack, and attacking head on is no good because that's an impenetrable rock wall there, so there's no way of getting up onto the high ground from that direction. And as I say, with the enemy troops, if all the enemy troops kind of form up on here, look how high they've got. Imagine the range of their archers from there. And if you try and attack from the other flank as well, you'll notice that you're also fighting uphill as well. So this map has got a lot of advantages for Team 2, as you can see. And as I say, it's got the big open plains, but with lots of undulating ground on it. So it'll be interesting to see what happens. There's a bit of a dip in the map there. I certainly wouldn't want to get my army in that low dip there with the enemy up on the high ground. Thanks very much. Okay, so as I say, it's a great battle for you to watch. Very diverse too. Okay, our first teammate is someone who's called himself OTD Chimrazig, but is in fact Scorpion King SR. Now he's got 8 heavy cavalry, 2 horse archers, 4 peasants and 6 archers. Remember, we give Parthia a 10 cavalry max because their infantry is so poor. Okay, let's have a look at his archers. He usually brings well upgraded Parthian archers. Oh my gosh, count the upgrades there. 1, 2, fully upgraded, 3 experience stripes, gold shield, gold attack Parthian archers. Now remember, these archers are only mid-range. Notice they wear no armor, so the defense is really poor. So fully upgrading them, he's going to get the best out of them he can, but in general they are pretty poor. He's got some peasants there, which I'm pretty sure he's hoping to attract expensive enemy arrows onto those peasants. And of course the main strength of Parthia is its cavalry, its cataphracts there. Can you see he's got 8 upgrades, 2 experience stripes, gold shield, gold attack on his cataphracts there. And don't forget, these guys we call the tanks of the ancient world because they're armoured from head to toe. So that's an interesting Parthian army there. Quick look at his horse archers as well. These guys, he usually upgrades. Oh my gosh, count the upgrades on his horse archers. Fully upgraded. 2, 3, 4, yeah. 3 experience stripes, gold shield, gold attack on his horse archers as well. So make no mistake here, this is a pretty tough Parthian army here that Scorpion King's bought. Okay, our next teammate is RCW player King Adnan. Now King Adnan's got 10 infantry, 4 archers and 6 cavalry. Okay, quick look at the upgrades on his infantry, and you'll notice on his infantry he's only got gold shield, gold attack, which kind of tells me that he spent his money on his cavalry, I would guess there. Quick look here, and you can see he's got, yeah, just gold shield, gold attack on his infantry. So, as I say, good upgrades on his cavalry. I'm thinking, there you go, 8 upgrades, 2 experience stripes, gold shield, gold attack on his cavalry. So he's certainly got some serious cavalry there. Okay, that would be a tried and tested King Adnan army there. So it'd be interesting to see how well he used it during the course of the battle. Our next teammate is a Brotherhood member of Fesen. Now Fesen's got 10 infantry, 6 archers and 4 cavalry. Quick look at the upgrades on his infantry. Look at that, 8 upgrades, 2 experience stripes, gold shield, gold attack. I know we've seen this before with Fesen's army, but I just can't get over 8 upgrades on his infantry. I mean, oh my gosh, do you see that in any other Roman army? I haven't noticed that in other people's Roman army. Plus, on top of those fantastic upgrades, he's got an extra morale boosting unit in that Eagle unit there, and of course his infantry general. So, oh my gosh, that is some solid infantry he's got there. And along with those 6 archers, a lot of firepower. He's got an auxilia unit there, which I'm pretty sure he will incorporate into his pilot shield unit. And he's got a couple of units with just gold shield, gold attack on, which will, I'm pretty sure, be his pilot shield units. So I'm thinking his cavalry, yep, 7 upgrades, an experienced strike, gold shield, gold attack on his cavalry. So that's an interesting Roman army there of Fesens. And our last teammate is myself, Spartan Commander. I've got the same army as I had in the last battle video I put on. 16 Sacred Band Spearmen and 4 Slingers. So as I say, a very, very old army from maybe 17 or 18 years ago. And let's say we've got quite a reasonably diverse team. I suppose we've got Parthia with Scorpion King there. We've got Rome with King Adnan, Rome there, and Carthage with myself. And here is the other team. We have Brotherhood member Tabor. Now Tabor has got 10 infantry, 4 archers and 6 cavalry. Nice to see Tabor back on Rome Total War there. And as I say, he's had a break from Rome Total War for a while because he had some internet problems, so it's nice to see him back on. Notice his cavalry have got 8 upgrades on. What I've noticed in this battle is that there's a lot of very serious cavalry that a lot of people have bought, so cavalry may well be quite decisive in this battle. We'll just have to wait and see. Okay, their next teammate is H07 Punisher. Now H07 is Punisher's medieval Total War II clan tags. Okay, now he has got 14 pikes and 6 chariots. Look at the upgrades on his pikes. 8 upgrades, 2 experienced stripes, gold shield, gold attack on those pikes there. Did you see the length of those pikes as well? Plus he's got 6 chariots, and remember, these chariots got big attacking specifications and massive fear factor as well. But remember, once again, like we've talked about in lots of videos in the past, if you're not confident or competent with them, they can run amok and start killing your allies' troops as well as enemy troops there. And as I say, when they run amok and they start killing your allies' troops, you become unpopular quite quickly. So as I say, if you're not confident or competent with chariots, they really are a double-edged sword, and you really have to think about if you really want to bring them or not. Okay, their next teammate is a Brotherhood member Aurelius with his faction of choice, and he has got 11 Spartans, 1 armoured cavalry general, 2 slingers and 4 Cretan archers. Unusual to see that. There you are, he's got 2 slinger units there. Okay, and he's got 4 long-range Cretan archers there as well. As I say, unusual to see a mixture of slingers and archers in a Greek city's army there, but that will be a tried and tested Aurelius Greek city's army. As I say, that is his faction of choice. Okay, their last teammate is Brotherhood member Royer 35. Now he's got 14 chosen swordsmen, 1 druid unit and 5 Forester Warband archers. Check out the upgrades on his chosen swordsman. Can you see he's got 7 upgrades on them? Remember, these guys have got excellent morale, just like urban cohorts. Okay, so with good upgrades on, you'd be surprised on how solid these chosen swordsmen are. Now remember, most barbarian units have got low morale, so to bring a morale boost in units like the druids is a really good tactical move, because remember, the more morale your troops have got, the better and longer they fight. So that's a good tactical move there. But also, it's unusual to see the Gaul general is a druid unit there. There's a general within the druid unit. I would suggest that's quite unusual to see that. And of course, his 5 Forester Warband archers can be anywhere, because they've got that unique ability. When they're not moving, they just hide anywhere on the battlefield and you just can't see them. So they are there somewhere, but they're just hiding and we can't see them. When the battle starts, we'll probably see them then. So this should be a cracking battle, and I hope you enjoy it. Okay, at this very, very early stage of the battle, we've literally just pressed start. We've all decided as a team that we're going to fight over on the right flank. So I have now got to run from the left flank all the way over to the right flank, and hopefully not get intercepted by any enemy troops. Okay, so there you are. So by the time I get over there, I reckon I'm going to be tired. But you can see the enemy troops here are quite a long way away, so I don't think there's much chance of being intercepted. Just show you a nice bit of teamwork here by Fesen. Can you see he's got his cavalry slowly moving over there, guarding and escorting my army across to the other flank, just in case there was any lightning cavalry attack or something like that on my troops. So as I say, nice bit of teamwork there by Fesen. Now, as I say, Scorpion King with his Parthian army is on our right flank. We know Scorpion King is a very aggressive attacking player right from the start of battles there. And there you are, you can see he's laying his credentials on the table right from the start of the battle. You can see him moving his Parthian army towards Royer 35's Gaul army there. Okay, just have a look here. Can you see those Forester Warband archers have just appeared from what seemed nowhere? But that's what, of course, they were hiding. But the moment they start shooting arrows or moving at all, you can then see them. And that's what's happened there. Scorpion King may well attack them with those peasant units. It'd be interesting to see if he actually does that. I can see Scorpion King running these peasant units into those Forester Warband archers. That'll be an interesting scrap. There you go. You can see those peasants there. They're using kind of like their pitchforks or whatever they are there, tridents, against those Forester Warband there. Can you see the trident or the pitchfork, whichever you want to call it? And if you notice there, can you see that that particular Forester Warband soldier there has brought his spear, his alt-attack spear weapon out to combat that Parthian peasant unit there. So, as I say, very unusual, isn't it, to see a Parthian peasant unit attacking a Gaulish Forester Warband archer unit there. And here you can see Scorpion King bringing his Parthian Eastern General unit in there to attack Aurelius's armoured cavalry general there, which was attacking his peasants. Here you'll see that Scorpion King has got his 2 horse archers in the Cantabrian circle. Okay, this is very effective for horse archers, this actual battle formation here. As you can see, as they go around, it's like a machine gun, the way that they shoot their arrows into the enemy troops there. And they are very difficult to kill for foot archers as well when they're in that actual Cantabrian circle there. Now here you'll see that Tabor has brought his cavalry over here to help his Gaulish ally, attacking the peasants of Parthia there. You can see, as I say, Scorpion King being incredibly aggressive there with his armoured Eastern cavalry general there. Look at that, that's straight into the flank of those chosen swordsmen. He lost a few cavalry there, and you can see Aurelius bringing his faction of choice, his Spartans, into the battle as well. Here you can see Tabor chasing those, I think, peasants and possibly archers as well. But you'll see Scorpion King's cavalry, cataphracts there, closing in on Tabor's Praetorian cavalry. And Tabor does the right thing there, in my opinion, in backing his cavalry off there. Okay, let's just pause the game for a second here. So, as I say here, you can see Aurelius bringing his Spartans forward. He may well want to threaten Scorpion King's cavalry with his anti-cavalry spearmen. And you already got Royer's troops there. And you've got Punisher's brought his troops over as well. So we've managed to lure the enemy down from their high ground advantage that they had on top of Brennan's Rock. So that's good news for us. We haven't got to assault the higher ground now. And you'll see Tabor was right over on the other flank, and you'll see he's moving his archers and infantry over to their left flank. You can see the chariots here of Punisher are locked and loaded. Be interesting to see how he uses those during the course of the battle. But here, so you can see Tabor using his cavalry very effectively against the Parthian peasant units there. And as I say, you can see Aurelius bringing his anti-cavalry Spartans over here to kind of neutralise Scorpion King's heavy cataphracts there. Those horse archers still in their Cantabrian circle, possibly shooting at Tabor's cavalry there, or they may well be shooting at the Spartans as they're moving. But make no mistake, those horse archers can be very effective. And over here you can see one of Aurelius's peasant units there is attacking the Parthian archers there. You already can see they've all attacked and they've pulled their little knives out, but they've routed. Remember, peasants' morale is pretty absolute minimal there, so any pressure on them and the chances are they will rout. But you can see here Scorpion King's got his archer shooting there into the enemy troops. And knowing Scorpion King, especially with his cavalry army here, he will be very, very aggressive there. And if you notice those 2 horse archer units, he's taking them out of Canterbury Encircle because there's no enemy missile units shooting at him, and he can now shoot into the flank of those Spartans. But he needs to move those horse archers out of the way now. I can see that fast moving armoured cavalry general of Aurelius was moving in, plus the Spartans were moving over towards them as well. So a nice withdrawal tactical move there by Scorpion King. What's Aurelius doing there with his general? Better be careful, he could get hit by that eastern infantry, cavalry general there of Scorpion King's there. So backing his general off there, I think, was a good move there for Aurelius. But look at Scorpion King, chase. Really aggressive. He's going to hit him as well. Look. And bang! And he smashes into the back of Aurelius's general unit there. But my guess is Scorp will now back that unit off as the Spartans are now moving towards him there. Now over here you'll see that you've got King Adnan there with his red Julia army. And you can see our missile troops are shooting into the enemy troops. Now, this is a nice tactical move here by Punisher with his Pontus army there, trying to come around the flank of King Adnan. Now, King Adnan will also like to get close to those Pontus pikes because, of course, he would love to throw loads of pilers into those Pontus pikemen to weaken them before they actually get into hand-to-hand fighting. Remember, those big 121-man units are incredibly susceptible to missile damage, so that's why King Adnan would like to get close to them there, and as I say, throw loads of pilers in. Now, whether Punisher is going to do a fast attack here on the King Adnan before King Adnan gets a chance to throw all his pilers in, that will be interesting. Now, as you can see there, if Punisher hits him in the flank while he's still moving, that could be a big advantage to Punisher there. There you are. You can see Punisher moving forward, looking to hit the flank of King Adnan's infantry there. Is he going to do it before King Adnan is ready for him there? And it looks like King Adnan's just managed to get into formation before the forward units of those Pontus pikes hit his forward units there. Make no mistake, there will be a lot of pilers being thrown in from the rear units of that battle formation. There you are. Can you see those pilers starting to come into those Pontus pikemen there? But that was a really nice, tactical, aggressive move there by Punisher there with his Pontus pikes. And now he's pinning and holding King Adnan's red Julii army. Right, let's just pause the game for a second here. So there you are, you can see there. Can you see that King Adnan's got a little bit isolated from his teammates? And what I'm thinking here is, if he's not careful, he could be cut off. Look, there's a couple of chariots coming around his flank. And the way that the Greek city's army is moving, it wouldn't surprise me if they tried to cut off reinforcements from King Adnan. Now, I have just run all the way over from that left flank, okay? So I've run all the way over. I've literally just got there. So my troops are now tired. Do you remember what we've talked about in the past? Tired, very tired and exhausted. Those categories, your troops' battle proficiency, the way they actually fight the battle drops off the edge of a cliff, and their morale lowers. So I don't really want to get my troops fighting at this stage of the battle. I need to rest them. But if necessary, I will stand into the breach. I will move into the breach if necessary here. But as I say, look at King Adnan's army there. He is really isolated. And, you know, it's not looking very good for him here because if you notice there, can you see frightened by chariots? Okay, frightened by chariots. So, okay, so even though those chariots aren't attacking, all of King Adnan's army are now frightened by chariots, which means their morale has dropped and they are susceptible to mass routing. Okay, if you notice here, you notice the cavalry is not affected by the fear factor of the chariots. Okay, they're not affected by the fear factor. It's only like other infantry, archer units and things like that. And as I say, these chariots here, they're coming around there with their big fear factor. and it wouldn't surprise me if they smashed into the back of King Adnam's army there, possibly. You got Tabor's cavalry coming over here, and I think Aurelius, if I remember right, does a really good tactical move here with his Greek cities army. You'll see what I mean in a minute. A really good tactical move here by Aurelius. Okay, can you see these chariots looking like they're going to smash into King Adnam's army? Get ready for this, and bang and bang as those units go in here. Oh my gosh, here comes Tabor's cavalry as well. Oh my gosh, and then here goes that cavalry, and bang as they smash into the flank of King Adnam's infantry. There's a chance here that King Adnam could lose all his infantry here. King Adnam could lose all his infantry here. A great move by the enemy team. Okay, but I wanted to, that's a great move here by the enemy team, but I want to show you a good move by Aurelius. Can you see here how he's cut off reinforcements? We can't get to King's army there. Look, he's blocked both Fesen and myself from getting troops over to help King Adnam there, because King Adnam was so isolated from his allies there. And so here there is a chance here that the king could lose his entire infantry here. Okay, he's got his cavalry, his well upgraded cavalry. Remember, he's got 8 upgrades in his cavalry. That's where he spent his money. He might not be too bothered about his infantry going, I don't know, because he's got such well upgraded cavalry. Look, and bang as they smash into those green Brutii cavalry there. Oh my gosh. So that is a real tussle going on there. But here you'll see that King's general has gone, and most of his infantry has now been routed. Okay, so our left flank here, infantry wise, has been broken, and it's just his cavalry here that is holding on. Now remember, his cavalry have got 8 upgrades on, 2 experienced stripes, gold shield, gold attack. I can see they both alt attack there using their heavy swords instead of their light lances. Remember, the lances are good to charge with, but once you get into melee alt attack, use your heavy swords, they do more damage. Okay, so there you can see King now pulling all his cavalry back, and oh my gosh, we can see now that every unit of King's infantry unit has now been routed. And as I say here, nice move by Aurelius with his Greek cities army is now attacking Fesen. So I have now got to bring my tired Carthaginians into the battle, which I was hoping to be able to rest them before I bring them into battle here. Things not looking very good. Here you can see that Fesen's got his archers here. He's just moving them into position, which I'm guessing he's going to either shoot into the Pontus pikes there, cause them a lot of casualties, or into the flank of the Spartans. You've got King Adnam's cavalry and Fesen's cavalry as well, both quite well upgraded. So it'll be interesting to see what happens there. You can see this chariot unit of Punisher has run amok. What we're hoping for is that run amok chariot's going to kill loads of enemy troops instead of ours. And it's strange that chariots seem to be more powerful in amok mode. You can see Tabor there bringing his infantry across. Poor old Fesen here has got a chance of being hit by 3 armies. And then, of course, this Gaulish army here looks like he's going to face either Scorpion King or come over and hit the flank of Fesen. Could be one or the other there. Okay, you can see the horse archers there. A Scorpion King will be shooting in. Oh no, this particular unit that has run out of arrows has got drawn its sword. So that horse archer unit is out there. But the other horse archer unit, you can see they've still got their bows. So they've still got a little bit of ammunition left, shooting arrows, as I say, into that Gaulish army there. Okay, so as I say, with King losing all his infantry there, things not looking very good for our team at this stage. Okay, let's say there's that amok chariot there. I see the banner glowing red. So let's just hope it turns into let's hope it turns into its own men, starts chopping down its own men like that. Look, that's good news for us. The more of its own men it can kill, the of course the better for us there. That amok chariot's so unpredictable on which trajectory they're going to take. Okay, so here you can see I brought my tired Carthaginians in now against these Spartans. Okay, you can see my old battle formation that was formed up there, and I'm now going to start being very aggressive and attacking them Spartans. I'm not just going to hold and let them come on to me. I'm going to attack them. Okay, so here you can see Scorpion King bringing his cavalry across there, try and counter those couple of chariot units that Punisher's pushed in. Here you can see Punisher doing another good tactical move there, trying to get around the flank of my Carthaginians while I'm being held and pinned by the Spartans there. It's a nice move here by Punisher with his Pontus army. I've noticed that Pontus is Punisher's kind of faction of choice now, and he's got very good with them. Let's say Fesen here looks like he might be going up against Tabor's Green Brutio army with the assistance of the Parthian cavalry of Scorpion King. But just look at all these missile troops here, shooting loads of arrows into us there from all those missile troops. Now they would be a ripe target for cavalry, wouldn't they? What I'm thinking here is King here with his well upgraded cavalry may well be thinking to smash into those archers and take them all out. But hopefully he may well get in behind the enemy team and maybe smash into the rear of engaged troops. That may be better use of his cavalry, but we'll see what he decides during the course of the battle. Okay, so as I say, Punisher doing a really good tactical move here with his Pontus pikes coming around the flank of my pinned and held Carthaginians there. So a nice move there by Punisher. As you can see here, I've now got Brutii infantry as well as Greek city Spartans attacking me. So just trying to hold there. Right, now here you can see King's cavalry. Now, is he going to go for those archers, or is he going to smash into the rear of the engaged enemy? Here he comes with his 8 upgraded cavalry. Don't forget, you've got 5 cavalry with 8 upgrades on, and bang! And as the last 2 units go in, bang! As he smashes into the rear of Tabor's Green Brutio army. Classic hammer and anvil attack. Okay, that is a classic hammer and anvil attack. My Carthaginians being the anvil, and of course King's red Julio cavalry being the hammer. Hammer and anvil attack, trying to rout both Brutii and Greek city units. All these missile troops here, make no mistake, will probably be shooting into King Adnan's army there, or into Fesen's army there. They've been shooting into us for a long time, so that might be a target for King's cavalry after he's finished where he is. Here you can see Scorpion King has charged his cataphracts into the enemy Brutii infantry there, and you can see the Gaulish infantry moving across to try and counter that charge. I see Fesen's cavalry is locked and loaded, ready to go in. But you'll see here that the Punisher has got some of his Pontus pike units in behind my Carthaginians there. So a nice move there by Punisher. And as I say, look at the cavalry, how King Adnan there is pushing his cavalry really hard into the rear of those Brutii infantry, routing the Green Brutii general there. And you see the general unit has been routed. Now, it wouldn't surprise me if King Adnan goes for those missile troops now. Gets rid of those missile troops. If he starts killing them, he's going to get some good kills as well. Here you can see those Gaulish chosen swordsmen there fighting not just Fesen's army, but Scorpion King's army as well. Now here you can see Fesen charging his cavalry into those chosen swordsmen. But as I say, with good upgrades, you'd be surprised on how tough those Gaulish chosen swordsmen are. And he's got those Brutii infantry in there as well, helping with those Gaulish swordsmen there. But over here you can see there is a real scrap going on here, but that was a really nice hammer and anvil cavalry attack. As I say, you can see Pontus pikes are coming in on my flank and in behind me. I'm still fighting some Spartan units that are still there, but we've managed to rout a lot of them. Here you'll see I've got a few of my Carthage units fighting those Pontus units coming in on my flank. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to start turning a lot of my Carthaginians up towards those Pontus pikes coming in on my left. Okay, but just look at the length of those Pontus pikes here. Look how long they are. Just have a mental note of how long those pikes are against the short spears of my Carthaginians there. So you can see the big advantage that Pontus has got with their length of pikes. But Carthage, when it comes to fighting the big 121 man units, do punch above their weight, as we can see here at the moment. So over here you can see As I say, those Gaulish chosen swordsmen really holding well there. If you notice, right, here comes a couple of Parthian heavy cataphracts into the rear. Here you go, you can see them going into the rear of those Gaulish chosen swordsmen, and bang, bang, and the last cavalry unit goes in, and bang, smashes into those Gaulish swordsmen. And yet, look, those Gaulish chosen swordsmen are still holding. Still holding, even now. They're being attacked from the front, and they're being attacked from the rear, and they're still holding. Look how well they're doing. Oh my gosh, that Scorpion King's general has just been taken out. And as I say, those the Gaulish chosen swordsmen have just lost their general up. He's just been killed, I think, there. And yet they're still holding against cavalry going in behind them, and they're being attacked at the front by Roman infantry. Oh my gosh, now that just goes to show how tough the Gaulish infantry are. Here you can see that King Adnan's cavalry has taken out most of those missile troops there. If you remember, although we saw all the enemy archers were there shooting into us, so he's taken them out with I think both a combination of cavalry and infantry. So my guess is he's going to get some really good kills from that, but he's done a really good job at taking those missile troops out. Here you got Fesen's archers here shooting arrows into the rear of those Pontus pikes there, so that's a good move there for Fesen doing that. Those Pontus pikes will be suffering a lot of casualties from archers. And here you can see now I've turned my Carthage troops. I've turned my Carthage troops now to face those Pontus pikes. Now look at King Adnan's red Julii cavalry. Going to smash into the back of them. There you go. Look, and bang! Another hammer and anvil attack. On a smaller scale, yes, but still another hammer and anvil attack. Just to show the effectiveness of that old school attacking tactic there. But can you still see the chosen swordsman there of Gaul still holding? Still holding. You can see that chariot, that Pontus chariot unit of Punisher there chopping down Fesen's infantry. But oh my gosh, those chosen swordsmen of Gaul, they're often looked at as a lesser 31k faction. Look how well they're doing against Roman troops. Oh my gosh, there's a chance here Fesen could lose all his infantry. Look at all the cataphracts, the well upgraded cataphracts of Parthia that Scorpion King was charging into the rear of those chosen swordsmen, and look at how many dead that he suffered from that. I'm now going to run my Carthaginians over to help try and take out those Gaulish chosen swordsmen. They've been fighting for a long time, so I'm guessing they're probably winded at least, probably tired, maybe even very tired. Just a cavalry hit into them could well rout them possibly there. But as I say, you can see I'm running my Carthaginian troops over. There's that Pontus chariot there, just been routed. But if King Adnan hits them with his cavalry, I think that could just be the straw that broke the camel's back. There you are, you can see the cavalry going in, like, and bang! My Carthaginians just arriving as well. And we finally managed to rout those chosen swordsmen of Gaul. So it looks like our team has managed to go on and win the battle there. But you can see it's a reasonably spread out battle, I think. If you look all the way over here, this is where King Adnan lost all his infantry here. Remember, Tabor's cavalry and Punisher's chariot smashed into the flank of his engaged infantry there and took out all his infantry. We saw all his infantry got taken out. So for all intents and purposes, our left flank, apart from some cavalry, was smashed, crashed and broken there. Okay, you can see the carcasses of chariots there. As we move across here, I think this is where all those missile troops, King Adnan took out all those missile troops with cavalry and infantry. So he did a good job there, and I'm going to guess he's going to get some good kills from that as well. Over here you can see a lot of bodies there. I think that's of Pontus pikemen there, and then a big mass of Pontus pikemen there lying in the long grass there. As we move across the battlefield there, the red cloaked Spartans there, they always stick out on the battlefield, don't they? As we move across further there, you can see the intensity of the fighting by the piles of dead as we move across the battlefield there. Oh my gosh, just look at all the dead there. And over here, very intense. Just look at all those cataphracts of Parthia that Scorpion King charged in there. Just goes to show how tough those chosen swordsmen with good upgrades can be. There's a lot of SPQR dead cavalry there as well. Look. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, Scorpion King just got one unit left. I think that's the only unit that Scorpion King's got left out of his entire Parthian army. So that just goes to show how tough this battle was. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, our Red Julia ally, King Adnan there, I think he's only got, I think maybe 5 units. 1, 2, 3. Has he got about 5, 4, 5? Yeah, he's only got 5 units left. He got a couple of rallied infantry units, and of course his well upgraded cavalry. And Fesen there, like, he's still got all his archer units there. Okay, and I think he's got 3 infantry units left. That's all he's got left. So that just goes to show how close I thought this battle would be. Just looking at the battle damage units that we've got left. I don't know what all of you are thinking. Do you think it's going to be close, maybe average? What do you think before the battle result comes up? Just looking at our battle damaged units that we've got left. Okay, so the first thing I'd like to say is really well played to everybody in the game. Some great movements by both teams there. And to my surprise, it's a clear victory. Does that surprise you? That really did surprise me. I thought it would be average there. And the highest kills in the game goes to King Adnan. 2,223 kills there. Now, bearing in mind he lost his infantry early on in the game, that is a heck of a lot of kills. As I say, he did use his cavalry to kill a lot of enemy missile troops there, which would have really pumped up his kills. But well done to him, bearing in mind he lost all his infantry in the early stages of the battle. Well done to Royer, Brotherhood member Royer 35. Didn't quite get 1,000 kills, but do you see how well his Gaulish army fought? Oh my gosh, really tough. Well done to him. Well done to Aurelius there. Just got over 1,000 kills, so well done to him with his faction of choice. That's it. And well done to Punisher with Pontus, his faction of choice. Great kills there with Pontus. Good tactical moves as well. And well done to Tabor. He got over 1,000 kills as well. So really well played, guys. A great battle. My kills, yeah, not too bad. Not fantastic, but very, very average, I would say. Well done to Fesen, great kills, second highest kills in the game. So really well done to Fesen there with his SPQR army. As I say, well done to King Adnan, highest kills in the game. And well done to Scorpion, not quite 1,000 kills there. He might be a bit disappointed, but very aggressive right from the start of the battle. Right, who has faction advantage here? They've got Gaul, Greek cities, Pontus and Rome. Quite a strong combination, would you say? And we've got Carthage, Rome, and Parthia. So out of the 2 teams, which team do you think had faction advantage there? Please leave a comment if you like this battle. It's always nice to read what you think about our battles, or a thumbs up, and please subscribe if you like. It's always nice to get new subscribers.